Imagine a creature so terrifying, it can control another animal's brain like a remote control. No science fiction, no horror movie. This actually exists in nature. There's a tiny wasp that can turn a cockroach into a living zombie, and then lead it to its own grave. And the worst part, the cockroach walks there willingly. This is the shocking story of the Jewel Wasp. Deep in tropical regions lives a small but extraordinary insect known as the Jewel Wasp. Its scientific name is Ampulex compressa, and it's only about an inch long. But don't let its beautiful metallic blue body fool you, because this tiny creature has one of the most disturbing hunting strategies in the animal kingdom. It doesn't kill its prey. Instead, it takes control of its mind. The Jewel Wasp's target is simple: cockroaches. But cockroaches are fast, tough, and extremely hard to kill. So the Jewel Wasp doesn't try to overpower them. Instead, it uses surgical precision. When the wasp finds a cockroach, it attacks instantly and delivers the first sting. This sting is injected into the cockroach's thorax, temporarily paralyzing its front legs. The cockroach can't run, but the wasp isn't done yet. Not even close. Now comes the most chilling part. The Jewel Wasp carefully positions itself and delivers a second sting directly into the cockroach's brain. This is not random. The wasp's stinger acts like a precision needle, targeting specific brain areas that control movement and decision-making. Instead of killing the cockroach, the venom removes its will to escape. The cockroach is now alive. Its body works, but it no longer has the motivation to run. Scientists often describe it as a zombie cockroach. Once the cockroach is mind-controlled, something unbelievable happens. The Jewel Wasp grabs one of the cockroach's antennae, like a leash, and then it simply walks the cockroach away. The cockroach doesn't resist. It calmly follows the wasp as if hypnotized. Together they walk toward a small burrow. And this is where things get even darker. Inside the burrow, the wasp lays a single egg on the cockroach's body. Then the wasp leaves. But the real horror is just beginning. A few days later, the egg hatches. The baby larva begins feeding on the cockroach. But not randomly. It eats the non-vital organs first, keeping the cockroach alive as long as possible. Fresh food, still breathing, still alive. Eventually, the larva consumes the vital organs, and the cockroach finally dies. The larva then forms a cocoon inside the empty body. Weeks later, a new Jewel Wasp emerges, and the cycle begins again. As horrifying as this sounds, scientists are incredibly fascinated by the Jewel Wasp because its venom is extremely precise. It targets specific brain circuits that control motivation and behavior. Understanding this venom could help researchers learn more about brain control, neurological disorders, behavior regulation. In other words, this tiny insect may hold clues to understanding the human brain. Nature can be beautiful. Nature can be intelligent. But sometimes, nature is also terrifying. And the Jewel Wasp might be one of the most disturbing examples of biological mind control on Earth. A tiny insect that can turn its prey into a perfectly obedient zombie. Next time you see a cockroach running across the floor, just be thankful there isn't a Jewel Wasp nearby holding its leash.